think one of the things that really got me was the dovetail. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you got away from the T-slots and moved across to a dovetail?
Well, dovetail is absolutely key to base rack. It gives us a whole new way to mount accessories and a really great range we can do too. Obviously channels are very well known in T-slots in our industry, but they do have limitations. Limitations in they do fill with dirt and grit, not ideal, but also the way you can fit accessories to it. By their nature, you have to slide them in from one end, and if you want to move one past another, you've got to take one out, move the next in. What these dovetails do is they allow us to bolt any accessory you want practically anywhere on the rack.
I've definitely found from being out in the field and doing some of these photos, man, to the points that you've just made, is that we can get things on and off easier, and we do move things around. And one of the mottos we've come up with Base Rack is make it your own, and the dovetails really allowed us to do that because, as you said, you really are really quickly able to move things around and really come up with such a diverse range of patterns of how you basically place your accessories on your roof.
Yeah, and further to that, what you see is that this dovetail feature repeats itself on both sides of the beams and on both sides. So our accessories, you can bolt all the way around in multiple spots. It's great flexibility.
And of course what's good here is that because they're side mounted, we're actually being able to get things lower to the car. I mean, the whole platform's, we're talking about it being lower, sleeker, faster, and that's a big aspect of it, is we're getting the thing lower and all the attachments are lower, which is really setting off the whole look.
Absolutely. The other thing that mounting on the side allows us to do is to use the space between the beams. Traditionally, that's just vacant space we can't use. So by mounting our accessories between the beams, it leaves the beams free to mount more things and have more flat surface for your cargo.
One thing I know I've definitely enjoyed from going out and doing some photo shoots, because we do a lot of cleaning, is I haven't had to clean out T-slots or get rags into really small places. One beauty of the dovetail is they do really keep clean and much easier.
Yeah, by nature of where we take our cars, they get dirty and they get dusty, then it rains and that, that red dirt turns to that really hard clay, hard to clean out. Bit of pressure wash or even just wait till it rains again and they are self-cleaning, so it's a huge benefit of these dovetails.
And of course, just from an attachment point of view, it just means that when you are attaching accessories, you don't have to worry about that grind build-up, making that more difficult of the sliding or manoeuvring of your accessories.
Yeah, but what we have here is an example of our accessories, and what we need to do there is we've got our dovetail extrusion, and this is an example of our clamp. Sits around the top, clips over like that, and then just do it up. And that slides anywhere you want. So when take it off, undo it, and it comes off like that.
So in true form, pretty much every accessory becomes somewhat quick release.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, we're talking about that, and you've got the extrusion in your hand. Do you want to talk a little bit more about cabling and the availability of keeping some of those aspects clean?
Yeah, so I'll leave that just there so we can see what's going inside, but what I'll do is I'll just, while we're talking, take this end cap off.
So we've got these removable caps on 4 corners?
Yep. As you say, cabling is really important. The electrical goods are becoming more and more used, whether it's solar panels or lights, reversing lights, driving lights. Everyone wants to run their cabling. So what we've got here, we've got a 2-piece end cap with 2 screws, aluminium on the top, die-cast and powder coated to match, and then the plastic bottom. Take that off, and what we see inside is this profile here, which is great for running cables through. So cables can run that way, and they can run this way. What we also have that you can't see just at the moment, but in 4 places we have plastic grommets ready to go. Pop the grommet out and you can run your cabling straight through.